So I've heard quite an amount of gossip and some ridiculous assumptions about becoming a doctor. People have so many misconceptions, and there are a lot of talks going on out there on social media. And so today I'm here to be a myth buster. I'm going to bust certain myths. So I'm going to bring out some of the misconceptions about becoming a doctor. If you're out there and you're interested in joining this path, I'm not here to discourage you, I'm here to encourage you, so stay tuned. If you are new here, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Yeli, and on this channel I talk about all things related to medicine, be it educational and be it entertainment. And if you are old and you are part of us, I'm so grateful you are back again. I really appreciate you. Without you, we won't be where we are today. We are like 160 now, 180. So I'm so grateful. So let's get straight into the video. I don't want any long talks. Okay, let's talk about things quickly. So I switched up the scenery a bit because my light is coming this way and this part of my face was a bit dark. Okay, so let's go straight into the video. So the first misconception, of course I did research on this before I'm coming to talk about it. They're like, oh, they're afraid that they are not smart enough because they think that doctors or those who go into studying medicine are like incredibly smart people. Look at me. I'm not saying that I'm not smart, but I don't see myself to be like incredibly smart or like some IQB or something that will make me qualified to go and study medicine. Do you understand? I studied medicine, I wrote my exam, and I passed. So if I did, and if you know me, you know that you can too. Obviously, there are different people who get into studying medicine. There were those of us who came with like all the AAAAA back, like WASI certificates and stuff. Some of us didn't go with any A. Someone like me, I didn't go with any A. Right? So if you know, I studied in China. We are mostly looked down upon, but like that's a separate video. Per my understanding or per my association in people like medical doctors and stuff, I realized that it's not incredibly smart people who become the best doctors or the good doctors. Okay, in studying medicine, it's not about being very smart. There were people who were extremely smart in my class, that's fine. There were people I encountered that were very smart, like in house job, I've seen them all around, like they're rattling cranial nerves and things, that's fine, that's there. Okay, but there were some of us who diligently had to study. Like if you ask me the question, it won't come like right on top of my head. I'll need like some time to think and come up with the answer. Okay, so there are those people who are there like that and those people who are sharp, that's fine. But the truth is that in studying medicine, I think I wrote the point down. Let's go back and look at it. So I was saying, studying medicine, you need to be disciplined, you need to have adherence, you need to have a structured time for studies, how to apportion your time. If you are somebody who can do all these things, then you are actually good to go. You need to have all these things as part of being, smart. Not incredibly smart, but like you need to be smart. Medicine requires long hours of study. It's not you sitting down one day and then picking everything. It's about you sitting down every single day, apportioning this amount of time to study this particular thing, because the amount of information we are supposed to know and the time that we are given to know it is like crazy. There's no way you are going to be able to know all these things by being just smart. You need to be sitting down all the time. Even the smart people we knew were also sitting down to study. You need to sit down and get all the information in all those big books you see inside your head, so that when a patient comes to you, and the crazy thing is that even with knowing all these things, guidelines will change. You'll be there now, 2024 guidelines has come, and then the things that you learned in school has changed to something else. So if you're just going to be using the information that you've gotten from back in school to become a doctor now, it wouldn't work. So it will require you to continuously study. Even though you are done with medical school, you will still be studying. So that's what you should know. Otherwise you will be behind in information. New things are coming in, new treatment methods are coming in, and you want to be up to date to be able to give the best care to your patient. Okay. Aside that, you can be very smart, but how do you communicate with your patient? Your personality and all those things matter to become a very good doctor. Do you understand? You can be smart, but you do not know how to have good inter-patient relationship, no bad communication and stuff. Then you're not going to be a good doctor. Do you understand? So it's not all about being very smart. Okay. Numero 2. I don't know if that's right, but 2.2. People think you have to be rich to be able to do medicine. Yes. So I remember my dad telling me that back in the day, those who used to do medicine were the people whose family members were already doing medicine. Because he was like, how are you going to get the books and stuff to study medicine? You know, back then, internet was not how it was. Internet was not how it is now. So how are you going to study the medicine? What internet were you going to use? What books were you going to use? Unless your family member has studied medicine, has the books, and you hand it over to you. Because there was no way for you to get those books. And I'm sure if you even wanted it, it would be so expensive to get. But now, should I say we are privileged to have internet and accessibility to all sorts of information all the time. But the honest truth is that the way the economy is going, in a way, you need to have like some amount of money to be able to study medicine. I mean, even those who are studying like those big courses still struggle with funds to go to school. So now it's not, I won't say like you have to be incredibly rich or be the daughter of an incredibly rich man or Mahama Akufo-Addo or Cheddar. My parents are average Ghanaians and they were able to fund my education. So the economy is making this point not hold a lot of water. Because everything is so difficult now. Even SHS, everything is so hard right now. So if I'm saying you do not have to be rich to study medicine, so rich, you understand? If you are average, an average Ghanaian, might be able to support you. Oh God. So in Ghana, when you're done with SHS, you have this fee paying and this regular paying. I think in Ghana, when you get very, very good grades, extremely good grades, you get to do regular paying. There's this cutoff point, so the very, very good ones get the regular. Let's say if they're picking only 50 people, maybe the first 50 gets the regular paying, then the remaining of you get to do the fee paying. So the fee paying is quite more expensive than the regular student. For me, I studied in China, so I'll say that my education was far more expensive than someone who studied or is studying in Ghana. So the third point people always have is that you'll be restricted, you won't have your own life, you can't do what you want to do and all those kind of things. Honestly, I noticed that the people who go into medicine, majority of them are just people who do not like to have a lot of fun or go out there and do all those. When I was in China, most of the people who were in China with me, they liked fun and used to go. I think majority of them used to have the time of their lives. But when I came to Ghana and I did my house job, I just noticed that the people that I was working with, the Ghanaian trained students, majority of them were people who just did not like to just go out there and have fun and stuff. A few of them who wanted to have fun did have fun, and then they passed their exam. It's not like you wouldn't have the time to do anything. You have to have a strategy, as I mentioned in my first point. You have to be disciplined in how you want to spend your time for studies. Do you understand? And then definitely, if you are pushing your time well, you have time for friends, for family, for outings, and all that you want to do. Look at me. I'm doing house job. I'm stressed most of the time. I like YouTube. I make time to do the YouTube. It's difficult for me, actually. It's very difficult for me to combine work, having a YouTube channel, and then other things in my life. But I make time for it. If it's time to study, I do study. And if it's time to get onto TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, I will be there. So yeah, it's just about apportioning your time, I think. So that's my third point. My fourth and final point, drum roll, is that people say medicine is not worth it. And I'm sure people will be pointing their fingers at me. On social media, it looks like I'm saying that I'm stressed, I'm tired, and then all those silly videos I make makes it look like medicine is not worth it in the long run. Don't let me lie to you, honestly. How can you say it's not worth it? Well, when you look at the monetary aspects, you feel like you're putting a lot of money into, becoming this doctor, and then you are not getting the money you are getting, it's like peanuts to what you were expecting. And then sometimes people feel like, or I even feel like, stress is not something I bargained for. Like how stressed sometimes I am mentally, not even physically all the time, because you can even see I've gained some weight. Mental stress, like I get so stressed mentally, maybe because of how the patient is doing, or things that are impeding what I can do for the patient. Like it makes you so frustrated. Sometimes you feel very helpless. But honestly, when a patient comes in all sick and then he's leaving fine and healthy, and he says, "Oh doctor, thank you for this and this that you've done for me," like, is that not worth it? It's so satisfying to know that the person is better. The person came this way, like saying that the pain he's feeling is like 10/10, and then he's leaving and the pain is like 0/10 or 1/10. Like it's very satisfying and it's very rewarding. Okay, if you are that type of person who feels satisfied with, should I say, acts of service, the love languages, there are 5, right? I don't remember. I don't really recall. If you remember the 5 love languages, put it down there. But I'm trying to say that if you're the type of person who feels happy when others are happy, like you feel satisfied when others are satisfied, or you're able to help, then you realize that it's totally worth it for you. So medicine is incredibly worth it. Like I'll even look for messages from patients, if I do find any patients have sent to me saying thank you, or they're very grateful, or they're very happy to have met me. Like people have even sent that to me on TikTok. I found some of my patients on TikTok, can you imagine? And then it's so satisfying to know that, and it's so overwhelming to know that you have been able to help someone. So guys, this is the end of the video. I mentioned 4 points in here. 1, do not have to be incredibly smart. You do not have to be incredibly rich. You will definitely have time for family, friends, and whoever you want to have time for, and that medicine is totally worth it. It's totally worth it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below if you know of any other misconception that is out there that you want me to address in the comment section, and let's get interactive. Thank you so much. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe. I'm very grateful to all of you. See you guys in another video. See you guys in a vlog. If you're interested in my vlogs, I'll link them down below so that you can, get to know me better. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you so much. Bye.